This is Fallen Dice, and welcome to my playthrough of 7 Days to Die Undead Legacy. Back in good old Alpha 20. So I fond memories of this while we're waiting for the world to log in. There we are. So we'll stop it right here real quick. Yeah, so I have fond memories of this mod. This is probably one of my favorite mods ever. And I know it's being updated right now, and I can't wait to play it. But we kind of got to the end of the Darkness Falls, so I needed another playthrough to take its place. So that's where we are here. We're gonna play this one for a while. If the 2.0 Undead Legacy comes out, or 2.7, I should say, then I will definitely want to jump onto that, or Rebirth, or Darkness Falls. Probably more Rebirth. Like I said, we just did the Darkness Falls, so I'm probably good for that one for a little bit. Let's get the mic up here a little bit closer. Yeah, so I have played before, and I've actually even played a little bit more recently, so this is going to be, I think, a fun playthrough. I don't know if I can actually see, and I don't want to back out because I don't want to lose my new player protection. Okay, we got to do a couple change things here in controls. I need that sensitivity down a bit. All right. Movement. Do we have what I want? No, we don't. I don't know why it just keeps wanting to switch this. It doesn't want to allow me to use F as my default, which is what I use in every game. Yeah, I think we're good there. Video. Yep, did it again. See, all these things it tries to kind of mess up on me. Occlusion is on. Okay, I'll leave it on for now. If I start having issues like I did on Darkness Falls, I'm definitely going to switch back out of that. All right, so we get some little basic stuff to go. Cool thing with Darkness Falls is we are going to get the clothes back because this before they got removed. Let's see. I want a few things I want to keep up here. Later on, there'll be the change. One of the things I love about this mod is if you want to lock a spot, you just hover over it, hit the L button, and it is locked. So I think we'll put that up there as well. Bring this down here. All right. For now, I'm going to put you in the 3 spot, and I'm going to stick you in the 2 spot, because you're my only weapon. And I think the rest of the stuff is more for the early stage quests. So let's go do the quest. So first off, we need stones and branches. So we'll get the branches off these things, and we'll be picking up stones both. The cool thing is this is before the achievements came in. Like, I don't know how many people are new enough to 7 Days to Die that they never played back in the older alphas. I think there's a lot of new players that really started playing in 2.0. And you hear a lot of old timers talking about, missing the stuff that we used to do back in the day. And so Alpha 20 isn't as crazy way back as some of those. Like, a lot of people like the learn by doing. You just sit there and craft a bunch of stone picks and level your stuff up. I don't miss that. I just think that was a crazy meta back in the day. I mean, it worked and everybody did it, but I think I do like kind of the way it is. I would like some learn by doing, as in you get better at utilizing higher qualities or things like that, but it's still, you need something additional. Like, it's just not just magically you start doing that. I need to keep an eye out for chickens too, because I do believe I can pick that up, and then I can later on put it down to kill it, or I can save it up for a chicken coop. So let's see if we can't grab him. Apparently they're easier to catch than they are to kill. So let's get up close on him. Got him. Okay, cool. I was way through my single player playthrough before I discovered that. So you need 3 chickens to make a chicken coop. It's probably gonna be later on, but I can stick this in a box and save it for later. Or like I said, I can just drop it and it'll sit there stunned basically for the first few minutes, and then you can basically kill it while it's standing there. So optional for meat and other things. All right, so let's see. First thing we got to do is craft a stone axe. Well, that was nice getting the duct tape. You'd be nice to kill, but I have no chance of killing you yet. All right. So we got the stone axe. Now it says stone pickaxe. All right. So I'm going to stick you over there. Pick always goes in my one slot. Technically, I usually do it this way, so we're going to do it. Got that axe in the second spot. Okay, got to gather some more branches. I could hit this tree here. I think we have enough stones to repair it. I'm going to get a few other things that I need besides just the branches. Wooden spear. I am going to continue along with that. I was enjoying playing spears. So the funny part is when Alpha 20 was out, there was no heavy spear attack. Instead of when you right clicked with the spear, you would actually throw it and then you'd have to go pick it back up. Undead Legacy actually made it so you could do power attacks with the spears. So it was ahead of its time, and sometimes there's a lot of things in Undead Legacy that you're going to see back here that eventually made their way to the base game. So that's kind of one of the other reasons I'm excited to be back playing this. It's such a fun mod. Some people say it's grindy because it definitely slows your progression down. There's a ton of workstations you have to do, and then just crafting one isn't enough because eventually to get better stuff, you've got to upgrade them. There is a weight limit. There is no... You can put as much stuff as you want, but when you get to the weight limit is when you're kind of hit. So I like the fact that I don't have to worry about how much space I'm using for something. I can put as many light things, little things as I want, and I'll be just fine. All right, so now we got our spear. Scrap iron. Now this one's going to be a little bit harder because if you hit a iron node, and you'll see I got honeycomb, so I need 5 honeycomb to make 1 jar of honey. But again, so you see this? Here's an iron node. If I hit that, I get iron ore. And I can't scrap it to iron. So early on, basically the only way I'm going to get this is to come over here and basically with the pickaxe hit this SUV. And you see how things say they're repairable. Hold on. I see another chicken. I'm going to run and grab it. Got it. And I see a nest. Again, every opportunity I see them, I'm going to hit those up. Okay, so repairable. So you're going to see bikes that are repairable. And this one here says it needs 2 wheels, 4 ball bearings, 8 iron pipe. So the closer it is to being, a full bike, the cheaper it is. And I'm also going to need bicycle maintenance. Now, this one, repairable. Oh, there we go. So that brings this one up. So this one needs 4. So you see there's a whole lot more this one needs, and it needs an advanced repair kit, which I don't even have. And the car maintenance. And I can't get the car maintenance till I've already done the bicycle maintenance, the motorcycle maintenance, and then I can finally get the car maintenance. So again, a lot of people think it's kind of grindy, and there are some grindy bits to this, but again, it makes up for it in the just complete, like there's overhaul mods. This is the overhaul mod. And I am excited for the version 2.0 to come out. And because of this mod is I want to be able to share this more. So I'm going to be doing, I switched myself from the 5-hour streams I was doing with Darkness Falls because it just seems like it was a little bit much. And for this one, I'm switching to 3-hour streams. And I'm going to be breaking up the stream into multiple episodes that I can put on YouTube. So people can actually watch this, but don't feel like they have to sit down for 5 hours to see what happened on a stream. So again, 3 hours I think is more digestible. I'm either going to put these down as hour and a half, hour, or possibly half. I haven't decided how I want to fully do it yet. If I do it hour and a half, these are 90-minute days we're playing. So if I do hour and a half, that means we're going to basically, each day will be 1 episode. If I do it 1 hour, then instead it's going to be kind of cut in half. And then, of course, if I do it by half hours, then it'll be, 3 episodes to each day. And I don't know if I want to do breaks in between. I might just cut them. I know I watch a little bit of Cole Carnage. I think that's way better than my spear that I have. I do watch his, and he does a lot of games and playthroughs where that is way better. That he does put up on YouTube, and he, like I was talking about, he divides them up. So I may go ahead and try to do that. I think once I put this down, I can pick it up. If not, I'll have to make another one. Okay, use the table. All right, we need to gather some more branches because I'm going to have to craft something. Oh, the bow. All right. Interesting. I guess I can get another tree. If I'm gathering one thing, I like to gather more than just that. So I think we're going to hit up another tree. I know I'm going to get enough branches that I need to make the bow, but I'm also going to get wood. And at the carpenter table, I can take that wood and I can craft it. Like I could have just gone back right now and crafted one of my logs into branches, but I know I'm going to need, down the road, I'm going to need more wood. That's another thing. Blocks. Everything has to be pretty much crafted in one of these workstations. You know, crafting from your backpack is very minimal things you can actually craft from your backpack. So you have to have the workstations and you have to kind of, you know, build things up, turn things into other things, and, you know, to get what you want. Wood is, to make the building blocks, you've got to be able to craft it in the carpenter's table, but you need nails. So that's going to be a thing I'm going to be looking for, is nails. And I think I can get those from breaking down doors. Sorry. Yeah, I think I can get them from breaking down doors. I can also make them with just straight up scrap iron. But let's see. Let's go to primitive bow. What am I missing for the... I need a cloth fragment? It seemed to think that I would already have everything I need. So we're going to have to go look through some trash. I know there's certain things on the road that I can break to get cloth. I don't want to get too many things and get overburdened, but I gotta get some cloth. And right now, I don't remember if I can pick that up. Let's go see. I know it's heavy, so if I pick it up, it's pretty much gonna almost immediately put me overweight. Let's see, cloth. I can make it in the tailor's. Okay, we're not even. Nope, that's not happening. I want to stay. I don't want to get too close into there. That's kind of nice. And I've already got something for that. Okay, this I think I can break into cloth, right? Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, like the armor, I will put that on right now because I don't think I have any armor. And once I make this primitive bow, I can immediately put that in there. All right, so I've got primitive bow and it wants stone arrows. How many stone arrows can I make? 2, because I don't have enough branches, feathers, and stones. Okay. All right, we're going to have to get to work on that. Good thing the chicken stack. All right, can I pick you up? I can. Okay, good. So we've got locate the trader. I don't want to have to rebuild this because it's going to... How overweight am I? Not too bad. Which way am I going? Please tell me you're not sending me to the wasteland with my first... See, that's another thing, too. Back, nowadays with the traders, immediately your first trader is going to be Trader Wrecked, and he's going to be in the grasslands. But back in the day, you pretty much luck of the draw. So right now, it's trying to send me into the, I think to the wasteland. I'm going to have to hit on a boulder or something here shortly to... Now, it could be... No, it's still looking like that is definitely wasteland. Oh. So now carrying around this heavy workstation is kind of making me a little nervous. So I see we have some kind of town here, and it looks like it's not in the wasteland, or is it partially in the wasteland? That means I must be... Let's look in the map. I am 2000 west, 2000 south. Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I did a brief look at the map when I created it. I think I called it Legacy Twitch Playthrough was the seed I used. And I kind of just looked to see what the map makeup was, and the regular forest was on the far left side of the map. Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. Yeah, the regular forest was on the far left side of the map. The desert was top middle, wasteland was bottom middle, and then far right was the winter, which works good. I can start out in the... You also see how the boulders are crumbling. Yeah, I can start out and work in a circle, so at least I don't have to go kind of back and forth or through something. But this is unfortunate. Oh, that's right. I need to use the carpenter station to make arrows. Oh, gosh. Oh, it looks like absolutely 100% I am going to do my quest but I'm going to have to go and search for a better trader because there's no way I'm starting out in the wasteland. Goals / rules for this playthrough. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, I cannot go with all this. So I pretty much, I need a spot. All right, so I am kind of in the south. I want to head up north. I need to find some place I can stick my stuff, and I need to make a quick run through, finish my quest, and then I've got to run back, and we've got to go somewhere else. There's no way we're going to survive here in the wasteland as our very first. Yeah, it's definitely 100% sending us to the wasteland. I think maybe I can. You can pick up things like trash bags and boxes, so there is a way to get early game storage. The normal storage you're kind of used to takes a little bit longer to get to in higher level workstations. This is unfortunate. This is really, really unfortunate. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Let's get to the road here. I have what looks like a car over there. Where's the closest vehicle? Because I can use that to store my heavy stuff. Cool thing is you can sort things by weight. So what I'm probably going to have to do... I don't know if I can get it right by scrapping it. No. I know if I pick it up, it's going to say it's a flat tire. Okay. All right, so rules. If I can put all my stuff in here. Nope. Okay, there's a box. Okay, we're going to use this box for now. And I'm going to highlight it to come back to. And then as we're going there, I'll go and talk about the rules. Okay, let's get our heavier stuff at the top. Yep, wood. Chickens, apparently. Okay. Nope, I need this. I need to probably place it down. Just in case. Cool. Alright, heavier... Save the food. You're going to go inside my bow. Okay, that's as much as I can fit in. All right, yep, I heard you coming. And I don't think I've even put ammo in my gun yet, which is kind of not smart. So I like the distance that I can get with the spear. And I can definitely level it up to some good stuff. Okay, bow. Modify, put you in. Okay. And sadly having stuff... Oh, see, I forgot about the heaviest thing. All right, there we go. So now I'm 21 out of 100, so we're good there. Okay, let's kill some zombies, and then we'll start talking about the rules for this. So I needed to get to the grasslands anyway, because my plan for this is I am going to spend 2 weeks in each of the biomes, so I don't know how long it's going to be before we actually get to updated mods. So I'm not trying to set up a really long playthrough, and I really have to not run, but I think I'm going to have to. Because it's going to get nasty in the wasteland. Yeah, so 2 weeks in each biome, so I'll have enough time to get a horde base set up or a roof to camp on. Oh, can I get one more chicken? I think I might. It'll be my 3 chickens. Yeah, so it forces me to make a horde base or something in each of the biomes I'm going to go living in. Come on. Gotcha. And then from there, we have to move on. I'm not going to be as crazy as I was back in my Rebirth playthrough where I can't go back. Like, I only take the stuff that's with me. That's unreasonable in this game, especially when you start leveling up your workstations. The last thing you want is to leave and have to start all over because it's pretty expensive. So, yeah, we're going to do 2 weeks in this forest once I get to my trader or find a trader. And then we'll do 2 weeks in the desert, which is going to be scary because the desert has scorpions. Once you get to the desert and the snow biome, they have scorpions. And you try to fight them melee, they're 100% going to poison you. So that's something I'm going to be on the lookout for is antidotes whenever I go to the traders. Hoping that I have, and I should have looked to see what I had that was actually worth money. Because if I can find an antidote, although I shouldn't need one until we get to the desert. But we'll still keep looking. Oh, no. Okay, you gotta be kidding. Yep, I mean, we are in the wasteland. Good grief. Okay, I need to run. I have got to get this taken care of and get out of here as quickly as possible. The other thing I was going to say is the traders in here are not the traders you're normally used to. Some of it is a little bit like the older version of some of there, but Subquake, when he made this, he actually has his own designs, and they're actually pretty cool. And there's one that I really like, and it's probably the one that's coming up here, which sucks that I'm not going to get. Okay, we already have scorpions. Oh gosh, I can't run right now. I need my. Oh, this is such a bad start. Okay, is he fighting a zombie? Okay, good. I need to get over there, and I need to complete this quest, and I need to get the F out. This is so not a good place for me to be at this level. Yeah, those scorpions are not nice. I think that might be Jen up there. There's some really cool ones, including like a fully underground one. And then you know, okay, that was, gosh darn it. Please no, please no. Okay, I need to get my stamina back, and I need to start running. If I make it out of here without getting killed, it's going to be amazing. They also have extra traders that'll sell some cool stuff for you. Okay, I got another one. How close are you? Okay, you're far enough away. I need to get my stamina back for the run. That is the cool one, actually. Okay, he's coming. Now I can start running. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Why did it give me a wasteland for my first trader? Oh, and there's another one there. I got to get down this ramp, and I got to get this door open and closed behind me before one of these kills me. The cool thing about this one is it does have some really nice stuff. Come on, door open, door close. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually made this. Okay. Um little flustered here. So there's a lot of cool things that we can get from here. So like fuel. You'll notice in here we've got fuel. I have to have a fuel or a gas can to be able to pick it up, and I pour it into there. Same thing goes with like water and different things. So before we talk to the trader, we're going to go through and loot everything that we can. They also usually have a few of these munitions boxes, which are nice. I can open this up right now when I'm out there, and I can actually see what's waiting for me. Oh my gosh, I have scorpions waiting for me. I wish I'd remembered I could open that door. You also see that we can loot boxes, munition piles, things like that. So like I said, there's a lot of stuff in this one to loot. I'm just really nervous about how I'm going to get out of here. I made it, but oh, good grief. All right, well, we're going to go through, loot all these things, and see how there's a carpenter's table that works. You got a 50-50 chance, basically, of finding, working stuff. Arrows, what did I forget? I left all behind. Okay. I didn't really think very far ahead about what to bring with me. We're probably gonna have to sell most everything that we get here just so that we can buy something. Like, if I do get away, I am 100% gonna get poisoned. Yeah, okay. We got the old school trader protection, so they're not gonna be able to get in. Jailbreakers is something I'm gonna really need to help me, because it uses the minigame, the lockpicking minigame, but you have to be of a high enough level. So it'll say like it's a level 50 lock, and you have to take your lockpick, which is going to raise your lockpicking by 25. So if it's a level 50 lock, you have to have 25 points or a level 25 ability in lockpicking plus the 25 from your lockpicks to be able to get in. And then again, it's still playing the little mini game. So, oh yeah, I forgot. There's 2 ways out of this place. Okay, I'm not as effed as I thought I was. So you see, like over here, we got in the fountain, we got 0 of 3. So that's faucets, toilets, those places. Those are where you get your water, as long as you have empty jars. Which technically, wait, I got a helmet too? Okay, cool. So I've got 1 empty jar and 2 empty plastic bottles, and depending on what you have is what you need in your campfire to be able to process it. All right, I'm on the lookout for. Okay, this is a repair station, so you can make your own kind of repair station, and it'll take your mats and stuff to repair it because everything takes damage. Or you can come over here and you can use your dukes. It's fairly expensive to do it that way, but there's certain things that you have to, because until you get a high enough level table, you can't repair some things. So like I said, a lot of the stuff has to do with upgrading. Okay. I just had gotten something I wanted to look at. What the heck? Oh, canned water. I just looted something. I forget what it was. Um. Oh, that. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that in here. Get a little bit extra damage on that. Okay. All right. So we've basically done everything down here, right? At least to this point. I went over there. Okay. Each one of these are going to have these mechs. They never do anything, but they're kind of cool that they're actually in this game. In a different, they're all in a different place. I'd like to find some fuel. Okay, what do I get from here? I got mineral water out of that. That's awesome. And I can get one more. So we actually got some really good drinking water out of there. Okay, let's lock you in place. Where am I at with water? Let me drink you. Let's eat that can. Okay, we went that way. We went this way. Does this go up or down? Okay, this goes up. Yeah, so let's get the upper area, and then we'll go to the bottom area. I just want to be able to grab all the things I can. Yeah, this is what's waiting for me outside. Yeah, we are not going out the front door. God, what a way to start this game. Throw me right into the worst biome of all, and then expect me to dip and dodge the very, very mean type of things that are in here. Okay, let's go over here. We should have, yep, there we go, shower heads, so I can at least get some murky water, I think, from there. Yep. Okay, again, I'm hoping to find, yeah, you're not going to find pipe pistols because you can't even loot the toilets. All you get is water out of them. I'm hoping to find a fuel can because there's a lot of fuel here, and I would hate to leave without it, although that might have some serious weight issues. Okay, now we're to the bottom floor. Again, I could go straight to the traders, but I didn't really bring anything that I could trade them, and I wanted to get some dukes because there's definitely some stuff I want to get before we leave. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a weapon yet, but there is other things I can get. Don't remember if you can use cans to get stuff. No. Okay. Yep. We can't use cans. What we can use cans for? Make some sham. Make some oil. Okay. No worries. All right. Okay. Now we're getting into barracks rooms. Okay. We got a bottle of murky water. I would love to be able to, before I leave, find like a cooking pot or grill. I think I need, so the bottles of water, I think you can you can just use where am I at? Okay, I'm full. We'll come back to that. The plastic bottles, I believe, are the ones you need the cooking pot for. So I can basically automatically cook the jars at a campfire. But the plastic ones we'll have to do elsewhere. Also, if you find, say, a coffee maker that actually has some coffee in it, and you get that in the thing, you will actually be able to see. I could actually have a coffee if I had a jar. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I can take that jar, and I can now fill it up with coffee. So I actually have a coffee there. So that's another thing yet I can drink. Boy, they are not happy out there. They are so not happy. Okay, it would have been nice to find some food or something here, but we did not. So now I can go and I'll be able to fill up that that mineral water. Wow, I'm getting really lucky on armor. So I saw I've got a helmet, a chest plate, and boots. That's a good time. Let's bring this up here. So here's your armor over here and your clothes over here. You can put pocket mods in your clothes, and then it's like a different type, and then another one in your armor. And each one of those, instead of opening up slots, allows you to carry extra weight. And of course, if you put points into, say, pack mule, it also increases your ability to carry things. Everything has a grade. All your weapons, armor, things like that, from, you know, I think H is the worst, and then to A, and then S. And the higher the letter, the better it is. So say I got a pocket mod, and it's a H, it's going to have like a small amount that it gives me as far as buffs to my carrying capacity. But let's say I found a S or a double S or a triple S. Now we're talking, because it's going to do even better. So it all comes down to finding, and you can upgrade things. There is an upgrade workstation, And at the H to G level, it's pretty sure. See, I get fuel there. It's like 100%. Then the next one is 95. So it gets to the point when you're trying to get the really high end stuff, you end up it's like a 50-50 chance, sometimes even less than 50, and it's really sucks because it takes a lot of material and resources to upgrade. So when you're uh, you get it all and you're trying to get that next upgrade and it like fails, that sucks. That really does suck.